Look at my callaloo. You know, so me never remember saying I have the callaloo in the fridge. And look at my June plum them. Look at my June plum them. When I'm supposed to make juice and my carrot. Listen, this is not it. This is not acceptable. When I tell you how last week me starved myself, right now my belly flat. I like the flat belly, you know, but not under those conditions. Because me not eat properly, I'll be there marking register, marking this, doing things up to date, making sure that students get them notes, blah, 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 photocopy, up and down, all around, making sure I meet deadlines. Because one thing, you know, with these environments, you will be criticized by your colleagues, and a lot of people, they make that cause them under stress. I try not to let it stress me, but what I did wrong was to not do proper meal planning. And I'm telling you, look all my food in my fridge. So it's not like I don't have the food to prepare or to eat. I've just not been giving myself time. I've just not been putting the time into doing it. And it's wrong. Like, I can't be working so hard and not feeding my body the way I'm supposed to. I have matcha powder. I have chai latte concentrate. I have protein shake. I have collagen. And if you just mix it and put it in the bottle and bring it with me. I have oats. I have them like something there where we can do quick and fast. But sometimes you just keep going. You're showing up for everybody. Somebody's calling you there. Somebody's asking you to do this. Somebody's asking you to do that. You're trying to be on top of your game. You don't want to be criticized. You don't want to be marked down by your HOD or your manager. You don't want to seem like you're delinquent. And you keep just going. And I'm telling you, show up for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you only got you. Show up for yourself. Like, you're doing things for everybody else, but what about you? And it is not being selfish, but it's self-preservation and making sure that you are able to give. Because what will you give out of nothing? I mean, one at a time, I felt so weak in my body. Physically weak. I had to stop. And then it's so hot in Jamaica. So I always have water. Thankfully, I always have water, and I have the electrolyte thing, powder that I showed you guys in some video ago. And I sometimes just put the electrolyte in the water just to give myself a little boost. But I mean, I had to stop and put my head on the desk for a little while. And even with doing that, I was like, oh, what if somebody come and see my head on the desk? Who cares? Because at the end of the day, when you drop down, they're just going to find a replacement. If it is that you're not abandoning your job. Like, I had a free session, and in my free sessions, I plan everything else except to rest. Up and down, all around. Show up for yourself. You're showing up for everybody else, but what about you? And we see a lot last year as well, where Jamaican teachers were just falling prey to depression and stress. Even had a lot of fatalities. We're like, so many young, vibrant, beautiful teachers just die, just like that. Vice principals, gone. Show up for yourself. Don't overdo it. Me talk to myself because I look on it and I say, look, oh, my callaloo dry up. Look, oh, my June plum them are rotten in the fridge, and my carrot are grow sprouts. I have them for juice and for take care of my body. And God said the body is a temple. It doesn't only mean that, oh, your body is a temple, you must abstain from sex. It also means that you must take care of it, because He gave it to you to keep and care. He's using your body as a vessel to, bless other people. So obviously you need it. You need the strength. You can't be giving everybody else and you not give yourself. Show up for yourself. I know a lot of person will say, oh, you can say anything, it's easy to say, but it's not easy to do. We know how the workplace is. I know what I'm talking about. The level of toxicity, the competition, the undermining, people not really being team players or not trying to help you. They're trying to help you down to let themselves look better. And this is something I spoke to my students about. It's a set of students. Like, it's a cultural thing. Them call it envy, them call it bad mind, all kind of different words or expressions for this. But it's a thing where I see it's more prevalent even among our children, and they live what they learn. this is the way they're being socialized. So when you put down others, no, it may seem like you are better than, instead of trying to uplift. Like, for example, someone volunteered to write on the board because the other persons didn't think of volunteering and they are bad mind. So they start to criticize. As soon as the person starts to write on the board, that no look good, that you have a crab toe, that look like cockroach foot, blah, blah, blah. And I have to address this every single time, that God doesn't like ugly. You putting down somebody else, you making somebody look bad, you making somebody look stupid, doesn't mean that you look better. It actually tells who you are. It shows you up. It shows that you're not a nice person, you're not kind, not uplifting, you're pessimist and all of that. So I have to be explaining to them that, look, you want the form teacher to see you as this high up there person. You want a form teacher to see you as a disciplined person. What you need to do is model the behavior instead of trying to put others down to let them look bad. I'm going to write down that person's name, they talk in class, or they did something that was wrong. Model the behavior. So it's the same thing where adults do it. Like, everybody is trying to make you look bad. Not everybody. You do have supportive people at work, but people are trying to make you look bad so that they themselves look good. But they don't realize that people know. People can tell that they know what you're doing. And so you might think that, sir, I think Miss so-and-so is so excellent. But you putting down others to make yourself, you don't need to do that. Because we all have our opportunities to shine, and we all have ways and potential to shine and to be the best version of ourselves. You don't need to dim anybody else's light so you can shine. So I know that the workplace can be like that, where you feel like, you need to just keep going like an Energizer bunny. But at the end of the day, who is it going to cost? Who is it going to cost? If you need to stop. Even if it looks bad to somebody, because at the end of the day, you will always be judged. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to my little message. I hope it reaches someone. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Welcome to the family. And to my OGs, big up on yourself. Enough respect. See you in the next video. Bye bye.